Video, we'll do the current affairs of 8th of February. So let's start the video. Before I start the video, here is a quiz. Now there are 20 questions as always. Let's start. Recently, Ludhiana Tiger Safari started. Now, which state has given tigers for Ludhiana Tiger Safari? So basically, Ludhiana has got the tigers from which state? Who has written this book? India in Distress. India in Distress. And who has written this book? The Rural Manifesto. The Rural Manifesto was released in 2019, written by a very important person. And he's a Lok Sabha MP. Let me give you a hint. He's a Lok Sabha member of Parliament. In India, which ceremony officially denotes the end of Republic Day festivities? End of Republic Day festivities. Which ceremony is that? It is conducted on 29th of January in the evening. What is the name of the non-profit organization that has been started by Amir Khan in Maharashtra that works for drought management and drought prevention? So what is the name of the NGO of Amir Khan? Krishi Udaan Scheme. Krishi means agriculture. Krishi Udaan Scheme has been launched by which ministry? Which central ministry has launched Krishi Udaan Scheme to help the farmers? Which state flagged off India's first of its kind fruit train? Fruit train will be used to transport the fruits from one place to another. Which bank's managing director and CEO, Mr. R. A. Shankar Narayan, retired recently? So what they are asking is that R. A. Shankar Narayan recently retired. He was the MD and CEO of which bank? What was the theme of the World Wetlands Day? Also, if you can tell me when is it celebrated, on which day of February? Which state came first for the implementation of Pradhan Mantri Matru Vandana Yojana? Pradhan Mantri Matru Vandana Yojana, which state came first for implementing it? Indian Navy conducted the coastal security exercise called Matla Abhiyaan in which city? Matla Abhiyaan. Ruchi Ghanshyam is the High Commissioner of India to which country? Ruchi Ghanshyam. Dangari Gaja is a folk dance of which state? Dangari Gaja. Where will you find the headquarters of International Police, abbreviated as Interpol? Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel Center for Empowerment and Livelihood. It will be set up at which place? And recently a very important person, he let down the foundation stone for it. So you need to tell me which place, which person let down its foundation stone. Where will you find Bhadra Tiger Reserve? Bhadra Tiger Reserve is in which state of India? Where will you find the Central Sheep and Wool Research Center? Institute. Central Sheep and Wool Research Institute. Where will you find? As per the economic survey of this year, what is India's rank in the number of new firms created? When we start a business, we create a firm. So insofar as if you talk about only the number, then what is India's rank in the world in the terms of number of new firms created? Where will you find this Ramsar site called Mansar Lake? It's a Ramsar site. Mansar Lake is in which state? And where will you find Indian Veterinary Research Institute? It was in news recently because they have created a medicine for the swine flu. Indian Veterinary Research Institute. So these are the questions. Now let me tell you the answers. Ludhiana has started a tiger safari and the state that has donated the tiger is Chhattisgarh. So Chhattisgarh Zoo, that is the Bilaspur Zoo. So it is the Bilaspur Zoo that has donated or given a couple of tigers. That is 2 tigers have been donated to Ludhiana. Who has written the book India in Distress? Mamata Banerjee. Mamata Banerjee is the Chief Minister of West Bengal. Her party is Trinamool Congress. The Rural Manifesto is a book that has been written by Varun Gandhi. Varun Gandhi is a Lok Sabha MP. Republic Day ends with the Beating Retreat ceremony. The ceremony is called Beating Retreat, BEATING. It takes place near the Raisina Hill and Vijay Chowk is where it ends. And it is presided over by the President of India. Non-profit organization started by Amir Khan for working for the farmers in drought is called Pani Foundation. Pani means water. Pani Foundation. Krishi Udaan Scheme in India has been launched by the Ministry of Aviation, Civil Aviation. Ministry of Civil Aviation headed by Hardeep Singh Puri. Fruit train was recently started. The first fruit train started from Andhra. So Andhra Pradesh started the first fruit train, and as such Andhra Pradesh is the number 1 state in fruit production. R. A. Shankar Narayan was the MD and CEO of Canara Bank. World Wetland Day is 2nd of February, and this time the theme was Wetlands and Biodiversity. Easy to remember theme, Wetlands and Biodiversity. Pradhan Mantri Matru Vandana Yojana, first state, the state that implemented it in the best possible way was Madhya Pradesh, MP. Madhya Pradesh. Matla Abhiyaan. This exercise was conducted in Kolkata by the Indian Navy. Ruchi Ghanshyam is our High Commissioner to UK, Britain. Dangari Gaja is a folk dance of Maharashtra, mainly done in the Sholapur district of Maharashtra. Headquarter of Interpol is in Lyon, and Lyon is in France. Lyon, Lyon. Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel Center for Empowerment and Livelihood. It has been inaugurated at the same place where we have Statue of Unity, that is Kevadia, Narmada district, and it was inaugurated by S. Jaishankar, the Foreign Minister of India. Bhadra Tiger Reserve, you will find it in Karnataka. That's right, it is in Karnataka. Central Sheep and Wool Research Institute, it's a tough one. It is located in Avikanagar. Avikanagar is in Rajasthan, Tonk district. So it's in Rajasthan, Avikanagar. As per economic survey, our rank is 3rd in the world in terms of new firms created. Mansar Lake you will find in Jammu and Kashmir, in Jammu. Indian Veterinary Research Institute you will find in Izzat Nagar. There is this place called Izzat Nagar. It is in Bareilly in UP. So that was the current affairs. How many were you able to do out of 20? Do let me know. Now let's start. Larsen & Toubro MBDA Missile System has set up a missile integration facility in which city? Larsen & Toubro has set it up in Coimbatore. Coimbatore of course is in Tamil Nadu. Missile integration facility. And Larsen & Toubro will own 51% stake in this LTMMSL. And there is one more company which will own the remaining 49%, that is called MBDA. MBDA. So L&T will have 51%, MBDA will have 49%. Reliance Health Infinity policy offers how many days pre and how many days post hospitalization cover. So pre-hospitalization, the cover that they are giving is 90 days, and post-hospitalization cover that is they are giving is 180 days. This is called health insurance plan, and they are calling it Infinity. And the sum insured you can do from 3 lakh to 1 crore. So the minimum amount that is insured is 3 lakh, and the maximum is 1 crore. D. Manjunath passed away. He was the former legislative council chairman of which state? He was the former legislative council chairman of Karnataka. So he was a politician, and recently legislative council has been abolished by Andhra. Andhra Pradesh has abolished the legislative council. Which country has appointed diplomat Philip Barton as its High Commissioner to India? Philip Barton will be the High Commissioner of Britain to India. So he will be the Ruchi Ghanshyam's opposite counterpart. Ruchi Ghanshyam is India's High Commissioner to UK, and Philip Barton is the Britain's High Commissioner to India. And the Prime Minister of Britain is Boris Johnson. The party is the Conservative Party. The Brexit came into effect on 31st January 2020. Jeff Weiner has stepped down from the post of the CEO of which company? So Jeff Weiner was the CEO of LinkedIn. It's a very huge announcement. And who will he be replaced by? He will be replaced by Ryan Roslensky. So this is another very important question. Who has become the CEO of LinkedIn now? Ryan Roslensky. LinkedIn is a professional social media app, mostly for connecting business-wise to other people. LinkedIn. Who has become India's most valuable celebrity for third year in a row? India's most valuable celebrity third year in a row is Virat Kohli. Virat Kohli, and this was told by a global advisory firm, Duff and Phelps. So according to Duff and Phelps, Virat Kohli is the most valuable celebrity in India. An Indian company called JSR Dynamics has come up with its indigenous air-to-ground missile, which is called Khagantak. This missile has a strike range of what? This missile has a strike range of 180 kilometers. 180 kilometers, and this missile was showcased at the Defence Expo that took place recently in Lucknow. And Defence Expo's theme was India, the emerging defence manufacturing hub. Defence Expo was conducted in Lucknow. So Khagantak is manufactured by JSR Dynamics, and it is a air-to-ground missile. Who will receive the Mystic Kalinga Literary Award, Indian and Global Languages? It will be given to Manoj Das. He is a famous writer, Manoj Das. And this was announced at the Mystic Kalinga Festival. Mystic Kalinga Festival, which is taking place in Bhubaneswar in Odisha. So the answer is Manoj Das. Now, there is a person from Odisha. He was called Biplavi Kavi. He passed away recently. He used to write in Odia. What was his name? Let me give you a hint. His name started with R. So what was his name? Jindal South West Steel, JSW, has appointed which person as its brand ambassador? So remember, Rishabh Pant. Rishabh Pant is from Uttarakhand. He has been appointed the brand ambassador of JSW. Recently, there is a headphones company, sound company, that is the gadgets manufacturer like headphones called Boat. They have made Shreyas Iyer as their brand ambassador. Kirk Douglas passed away. He was a renowned what? Well, he did a lot of films like Spartacus, Paths of Glory. He was Oscar winner actor. So the answer is actor. And in the 1960s, 70s, he was a big star. So the answer is actor, Kirk Douglas. As per the World Steel Association data, India has become the which number largest steel producer of crude steel? So after China, it is India. So the answer is second. But the problem is China's manufacture is 920 MT. India's is 109 MT. So China is so far ahead. China is first, India is second. But that cannot eclipse the difference between India and China's manufacturing. China manufactures at least 9 times steel that of India. Now India has overtaken Japan to become second. And who is our steel minister? Here you can see this is 2018, this is 2019, and India is second now, overtaking Japan. And look at the difference. So who is India's steel minister? Dharmendra Pradhan. He is also the minister for oil and gas. DRDO, Defence Research Development Organization, has signed a technology development contract with which country for development of Advanced Pyrotechnic Ignition System? Advanced Pyrotechnic Ignition System. The contract has been signed with Russia. And which laboratory of DRDO has signed this contract? It is called HEMRL, High Energy Material Research Laboratory. High Energy Material Research Laboratory. Now can you tell me, where is HEMRL? What is the location of HEMRL? Write down in comments. Which state has decided to use drones for mapping villages? Recently, this project was started in Madhya Pradesh. Drone technology will be used for the first time to make the maps in the state of Madhya Pradesh. American astronaut Christina Koch has returned to planet Earth after spending how many days in the space? She has spent 328 days. 328 days in the space, which is a record. And she's an American, by the way. She's an American. And this is the longest stay in space by a woman. Much more than Peggy Whitson. Now, Christina Koch also did a spacewalk with Jessica Meir, if you remember. She did a spacewalk also. And it was a first all-female spacewalk that was done by Christina Koch and Jessica Meir. Where did she land? She landed in Kazakhstan on 6th of February. She landed in Kazakhstan. That also you have to remember. When was International Day of Zero Tolerance for Female Genital Mutilation observed? International Day for Zero Tolerance for Female Genital Mutilation was observed on 6th of February. It's a phenomenon that is seen in mostly African countries. And what was the theme this year? The theme was Unleashing Youth Power. Just remember the 3 words. Unleashing Youth Power. Which state has won the final of the Junior National Football Championship for Dr. B.C. Roy Trophy? Which state has won? It is Mizoram. So Mizoram won the Junior National Football Championship for Dr. B.C. Roy Trophy. The answer is Mizoram. And this match, the final match was played at the Jawaharlal Nehru Stadium in Shillong. Mizoram defeated Punjab on penalties by a score of 5-4. Which declaration was adopted at the India-Africa Defence Conclave that was held in Lucknow? It is called Lucknow Declaration. Lucknow Declaration. And a lot of MOUs were signed between India and the African countries. And Rajnath Singh, our defense minister, he also was present when these MOUs were signed with the African countries. Which bank has offered to extend the $3 billion loan to Andhra Pradesh for development projects? Which bank will give Andhra Pradesh loan of $3 billion? It is Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank, AIIB. Which among the following will create world's biggest ATM network of 2 million in India by year end? This is a very ambitious target of opening network of 2 million in India. That basically they want to have ATM network of 2 million users. They are not opening 2 million ATMs. They want to have 2 million users accessing ATM. So this has been done by PhonePe, and Amir Khan is the brand ambassador of PhonePe. And recently RBI's sixth bi-monthly monetary policy came. This is the last monetary policy for this year, and these are the latest rates. Repo rate is 5.15%. Reverse repo rate is 4.9%. So there is no rate cut this time because inflation was too high. And also rate cut was not there because RBI has also done a rate cut amounting to 135 basis points in the last 18 months, and that benefit has not reached the consumers. That is why they started Operation Twist. Marginal standing facility rate is 5.4%. Bank rate is 5.4%. Cash reserve ratio is 4%. It has been 4% since 2013. And statutory liquidity ratio is 18.25%. 18.25%. And remember, Reserve Bank of India says that the real GDP growth for India for the next financial year, that is financial year 21, will be 6%. That is what was said by the Reserve Bank of India for financial year 2021. So that was the video for 8th of February.